What is the wisest saying you've ever heard? It is easier to fool someone than to convince them they've been fooled. Don't do heroin, you'd love it. And I never have. Thank you, random bus stop guy. We judge ourselves by our intentions, but we judge others by their behavior. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. Learning from mistakes is one of the best ways to learn, no reason they have to be your own. Edit, thanks for the silver kind stranger, my first. Glad you all liked this little nugget of wisdom. I wish I could tell you where I heard it. Just one of those things, but I definitely enjoyed waking up to all the replies. Don't practice until you get it right, practice until you can't get it wrong. Never do illegal shit while doing illegal shit. If you raise your kids you can spoil your grandchildren, but if you spoil your kids you will have to raise your grandchildren. Edit, my first silver, thanks user. Edit 2, whoa, 2 more silvers and a gold? Thanks again, seriously, I feel really happy, you really made my day. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That's not weakness, that's life. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Edit, holy fucking shit. I just did some work outside and now this post has 5k upvotes and 3 awards. Holy shit, that's surreal. And a sincere thank you to the 3 anonymous internet strangers for giving me my first ever awards. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Just because you can, doesn't mean you shouldn't. Just because it's comfortable, doesn't mean it's good. To worry is to pay a debt of misery that may never come due. Accept inevitable outcomes, and do your best to change changeable outcomes to your liking. Worrying does nothing. Make time for planning. Wars are won in the general's tent. Measure twice, cut once. Real wealth is never having to spend time with assholes. John Waters. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. Confucius. Follow your heart but take your brain with you. Never play chess with a pigeon. It knocks all the pieces over, shits all over the board and walks around like it's one. Good thing to remember before you start an argument with someone. If you never heal from what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. Hate is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. When you do things right, people won't be sure you've done anything at all. And NBSP, God on Futurama. My top 5 favorite quotes. We suffer more from imagination than from reality. Seneca. It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. Marcus Aurelius. If you have a problem that can be fixed, there is no use in worrying. If you have a problem that cannot be fixed, there is no use in worrying. Buddhist proverb. The world is a comedy to those that think, a tragedy to those that feel. Horace Walpole. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. I always interpret it along the lines of be forgiving of people, but don't let them walk all over you. If it smells everywhere you go, maybe it's you. The true master is an eternal student. Anger gives motivation without purpose. Master Yi. Never blame on malice what can be adequately explained by stupidity, or ignorance or clumsiness or similar. If you buy cheap, you buy twice. My mum said this to me years ago in relation to clothing, shoes, goods for your home etc., not including food. She wasn't saying that everything you buy needs to be expensive, but rather that if you buy something cheap of poor quality, you'll likely have to buy a similar item again due to it wearing out/breaking. Really stuck with me as I transitioned to adulthood. Edit, corrected spelling of I. People like people who like people. I don't know if it's always wise, but most of the time I think it is. Only look in another person's bowl to see if they have enough to eat. You need the dark in order to show light, Bob Ross. All it takes for evil to prevail is for good people to do nothing. You can tell the size of a man by the size of the thing that makes him mad. Adlai Stevenson. Maybe not the wisest saying, but one that has stuck with me. You will always meet your destiny on the path you took trying to avoid it. My grandpa used to say extra little effort saves you from a world of trouble later on. Use some extra little effort to put things back in their place so you know exactly where to find them next time, so on. He's been gone for over a decade, but I still say these words to myself if I feel super lazy. Edit, someone gave me this really fucking cool award, thank you. I don't know what it is or how to use it though. I'm not a very advanced Reddit user. Time you enjoyed wasting is not wasted time. Getting old beats the alternative. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. Wisdom is knowing you know nothing. People don't quit companies, they quit management. I own a company now, but I've had horrible bosses before. Lack of attention doesn't mean lack of knowledge. Relationships are like farts.